Capricorn, hi, how are y'all doing? Welcome or welcome back. I'm here to do a timeless general reading for my Capricorn people. I hope you all are doing well out there. Let's just hop right into this reading and see what messages want to come through from my Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Messages for my Capricorns, please. Capricorn, when I was meditating before your reading, I got the message, I missed the old Kanye. I missed the old Kanye. So you might be missing something about like someone else, or even like an element of yourself that you feel like has sort of been lost a little bit or something like that. And you want to get it back. You want it back. Yeah. You could have been like, you could have like had like a deficit in energy or something recently here, or just like not haven't been feeling as happy as you usually feel, like joyful, like, you know what I mean, Capricorn. If you like are used to existing in this spirit of like, wow, this is like, life is great, life is awesome, things are working out for me, all that, like if you generally speaking have that energy about you and lately have been feeling like something's missing, um, you're going to get clarity around how to regain equilibrium in your life here. You have the equator, and then you have the happiness card. 5, 6, 7. So there's a progression here. There's definitely a progression here. A progression like out of a cold slumber and back into like this energy of like just feeling like joyful and excited about life and about living, about waking up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like some of you might have been sort of like, it doesn't feel like depression. I mean, it could be depression, but it feels a little bit just like malaise that you've been like sort of battling, or even just like living with. And now it's like realizing like, oh wait, this isn't how I normally feel. There's like a realization that something isn't just not how you normally would feel. And I'm realizing that you need to do something in order to shift that energy, to get back to the equilibrium that you want. You need to make some sort of change here, some sort of major change here, and and you will be divinely guided to the change. If you do feel like you're needing a lot more rest, take it. But also like it feels like you're coming out of that. You're coming out of that like coming out of like a sleepy phase. I don't know why it feels like. Feels like, yeah, it just feels like melancholy. I mean, too, it's like spring now, so the sun's coming back. So you could have had like seasonal affective disorder for some of you. But now, like your creative energy, like you want to get back into creative flow is what I'm getting here too. Like you had previously been like in this energy of like making things, making plans even, and you're trying to get back there. You want to get back there. Ooh. Definitely something here, like if you're dealing with a legal matter or a legal issue, we're gonna find out about it, but because you have two cards of like equilibrium, scales, balance, the equator, and the to be fair card. Then you have chaos and conflict. Yeah, you could have dealt with like a little bit of like, there might have been like some sort of turn of events in your life that just thrust you into an energy of like feeling like things were out of your control, and your response to that might have been like to sort of shut down, turn off a little bit. But now it's coming to a place where you can regain balance. Like the energy is ripe for clearing things up, clearing things out, so that you can get back to this energy of like happiness and joy. I mean, a lot of this was like it feels like it was probably out of your control a little bit. You know what I mean? It was out of your control. It's just like things got like mixed up. You might have like thought something was one thing and it turned out it was a completely different thing, and before you knew it, it was too late because you were already in it, and now it's like, ooh, and it just caused a lot of confusion in your life, and instead of, or like the way that you coped with that confusion was to just sort of like shut down, like almost like an emotional shutdown. But it's like you're realizing that you can't go on like that. Emergency, you're realizing that you can't go on like that. I hope everyone's okay. And that you want to get back to your happy. You're like, I'm feeling like this like this insistence now on getting back to your happy. Okay, Capricorn, what deck are we going to use for you? Let's go with the OG. This is the deck with no name. It came from the Goodwill bins, and there's no labeling on it on the box either. It's just purple deck of cards. So we're going to use that for you today. Thirty-six, 9, 11, 911 emergency. Yeah, it's an emergency. Like, you've got to get back to your happy now, because it almost feels like this is an opportunity to clear things out and to regain the equilibrium, so that when you step into something new, or like are presented with a new opportunity, or like invited to join a new community of some sort, that you are feeling like yourself, like feeling like the old Kanye. There, like, something that could have been something that caused a lot of confusion in your life. It could have been a person that caused a lot of confusion in your life for some of you, but you're separating from it now. You have the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's a separation from that and a healing from, like, it's finally like being like, okay, I can't just ignore that this is happening. I need to heal from it. I need to heal through it, come back to myself, so then I can make effective choices on like how to change it. Like, how am I going to move in order to change it? What are my options here? It's almost like we're like, oh, emotional, like, okay, I'm emotionally shutting down here because clearly this is not the situation for me. But now you're sort of like, you want to be emotionally available for whatever's happening for you next, right? You want to show up for it. You have the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. You want to show up for it and show up like a boss, show up like someone who is stable and who is a caring contributor. Thank you. I'm getting caring contributor. You might have had like, yeah, this is like wanting to like not bring the trials and tribulations of the past into your future, because the past looks like this. The past looks like unstable, unsteady, dishonest, and that's what caused the emotional shutdown, right? It was like, oh, I'm not dealing with this. Like, you're not gonna get all of me if I like. There's this energy of like if you know that something is like off kilter or unreliable, or just like, this is like the Knight of Wands is like F boy energy or F girl energy or like F entity energy, right? It's like but it, like, you knowing that, and you knowing that you were dealing with like a level of like dishonesty or deception, or even like you weren't getting what you deserved out of a situation. You're not wanting to take that into your future. You're wanting to sort of leave that where it is and not let it like cause like this. You're recognizing that the healing needs to happen now so that you don't show up like emotionally closed off, because that wouldn't be fair to the new situation. It wouldn't be fair to you as you move into a new situation here. You could also have several options for suitors. If you're looking for love, you could have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, or another earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. You could have several options coming into you as well. And you're wanting to like you're wanting to be in a position where you can explore those options, but like it's almost like you've been like burned in the past, so there's this energy of trepidation that you don't want to be afraid to you don't want to be afraid to try new things. You don't want to be afraid to like follow inspiration as it comes. So that's why this healing energy is coming into play. That's why you're getting an opportunity to clear something up and clean it out so that you don't have to like continue to sit with it. What else for my Capricorns? I'm going to try to keep these short and sweet today. Yeah. You're letting this past experience go once and for all. You're letting it go once and for all. You're removing yourself, recognizing that recognizing that it was keeping you stunted. Wow, now you have the Queen of Wands out here too. The Queen of Wands. Yeah. It's like something was like almost like a non-option. It was like it was presented to you as this like great option, and then when it started to unfold, you were realizing like, oh, this is not actually an option for me. And like before you got to that realization, it did like a number on your self-confidence or your like just like your ability to like speak up and speak out for yourself. You know what I mean? It almost was like you were like, well, why would I, like, you just didn't want to do it. You just didn't want to do it. Like you didn't want to deal with the conflict in a way, something like that. But listen, the balance, like you're regaining your balance. You're remembering who you are. You're getting your glow back. You're getting your shine back. And it's because you're releasing whatever this past experience is. You're letting it go from your life. And not like taking like if it felt like it was like painful. For some of you, it might have been like painful. You might have felt stabbed in the back or like betrayed or lied to. Like, yeah, I'm getting lied to a lot. Like you feel like somebody may have lied to you. Like, okay. You're not taking the stress of that with you. You're not carrying that with you. It's almost like you're like, it's not even like you let it take up. You're realizing now that you let it take up too much of your personal space. You let it take up too much of your emotional space already as like a coping mechanism, which was like fine in a moment, but like you're like, as I'm moving forward, no, I need to actually like face up and like let that whole situation go. Say whatever needs to be said about it. Stand in your power, and then you get to reclaim your happiness. And then you get to reclaim your happiness. Then you get to sort of like start building all over again. But you're building now. You're building now with a lot less like conflict around you. Something like that. A lot less conflict around you, a lot less self-doubt. Something really made you doubt yourself or doubt your direction. Something made you doubt your direction. It's definitely, you're definitely ready to be done with it. And so maybe one more. Oh, I'll take them. You're ready to be done with it, right? So you're freeing yourself from whatever this is, and you're moving forward. You have the Nine of Pentacles with the Six of Swords here. You're freeing yourself. You're claiming your independence from a situation, and then like you're moving forward. It was chaotic. It was tumultuous. It didn't make you feel good, and so now you're moving on to something that feels a lot calmer, a lot more peaceful. Really helps to support your equilibrium and your emotional stability here. Um, and you're doing this with no regrets. You're doing this with no regrets. Some of you, it could be like moving from one place to another. Some of you, it's moving out of a relationship and just into like being independent, like being single, or like being a freelancer or whatever it is, right? But it's like you and you. It's like you and you now. Yeah. And then here comes the happiness. Yeah. Here comes your happiness. Here comes your reason to celebrate. Three of Cups with the Sun card. Yeah, this is all about you, getting back to your happiness. Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and releasing anything that felt like that was you dealt with whatever trauma you were presented with the best way that you could in that moment, and now you're realizing like, okay, I no longer want to just be coping, right? I want to be thriving again. And this is again because you had been previously thriving, right? You missed the old Kanye. You want to be thriving again. And so, and here it comes, like as you move out of this situation, as you reclaim your independence, as you remember who you are, and like sort of like get your glow and your shine back, and also like navigate your way out of this situation, whether that be legally or just you being like, no, I'm done with it. Like clean it up, clear it out, right? Your happiness comes back, your joy comes back. You feel healthier again, more vibrant. Leo energy out here as well. I'm seeing Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, all out here. Some of you, like, you just, like, you lost the emotion in it. Like, the emotion left a situation. The passion perhaps left a situation. Your passion for a situation, like, dwindled as you realized that it wasn't quite what you thought it was going to be. But it doesn't mean that you're not interested in, like, having passion for something again, right? And, like, it's almost like that pause was where you were like, well, I guess it's not worth being passionate, or I guess it's like, this is it. But now it's like you're like, no, I want to get back in my creative flow. And the way that I can do that is by like piecing out to whatever this situation was, or whatever this thing that you had been holding on to was. Could have been like a relationship or something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and get a shaman's dream to wrap it up here for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node signs. Message from my Capricorns to wrap this one up. You might get a new offer. You're going to get a new offer too. You might get a new offer that like highlights how you're ready to be done with this like sort of like life delay. It's almost like your life got put on hold unintentionally, like because something wasn't as it was presented, or someone wasn't who they were presenting themselves to be, or something like that. Ooh, there it is. Empty well. Time to replenish. Time to replenish. Let's see. Empty well. Time to replenish. Okay. It says, the empty well reveals that there is nothing for you here. The well is dry, and the desert is encroaching on your once fertile garden. It is time to face this harsh reality and move on. Give gratitude and thanks for the abundance you have experienced, and let spirit guide you to your next destination. This might mean saying goodbye to someone or something, or insisting on changing the rules of the game. Stop diminishing yourself for the sake of another. Making yourself small will not produce the results you want. There's a lack of reciprocity and give and take. The empty well tells you that it's time to reclaim what is yours and return what does not belong to you. The shadows cast in your direction are not of your making, and you do not need to react or respond to them as they are not real. Simply shine your light upon them and see how it dispels them. These shadows are projections that you are confusing for reality. You may have been offered a shovel to help you dig out of an uncomfortable situation, a bucket to drink from the well, but you cannot dig yourself out of this hole. And remember, there is no water to be found in that well. Receive the empty well as a gift. Do not exert your energy and waste your resources by repairing the walls or mending the rope. Follow the watercourse way, the aquifers that run deep in the earth, and you will be led to a new spring oasis. You can find these underground streams, these rich natural resources, in the subterranean depths of your own heart. Awesome. Perfect message to end this, Capricorns. I hope that this finds you well. And remember to check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node placements, because there might be messages for you in all of those readings. And Capricorns, I am open for personals. Link in the description box. You can join us over on Patreon for more messages as well. And please know that I'm sending you so much love, so much peace, so many blessings. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.